Emacs is great. It's got a text editor, it's got org mode, it's got integration with tools like Git. You can even play Tetris. The problem is that this is not actually Tetris. It would be cool if you could play the real thing. It would be cool if you could watch videos. Let me mute that. It would be cool if you had interactive 3D graphics. I'm not sure if you've ever wondered what's inside of a Klein bottle, but this one has Clojure in it. What I'm demonstrating here is a project that I've codenamed Easel, an IDE in the spirit of Emacs. And the idea is to provide a modern foundation. So instead of using eLisp, it uses Clojure. Instead of terminal graphics, you have Skia. And instead of treating everything as text, the idea is to treat everything as data. This is not a new idea. You may remember a project previously called Lighttable. In some ways, I think Lighttable was ahead of its time. At the time, the best way to build user interfaces was using web technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But the web browser is a complicated and limiting environment. This project is built on the JVM and doesn't have the same limitations. As you can see, you can integrate terminal emulators, NES emulators. This here is Chromium Embedded Framework. So it's the same engine that Chrome uses for displaying web pages. And it's not a toy web browser. Any web page that you can display in Chrome, you can display, edit, debug, inspect here using the Chrome tools. And that's one of the big differences between Easel and other projects is that it seeks to bring your development tools in process so that the data from your project is available to your tools and vice versa. There's been several dev tools targeted at Clojure built over the last few years like Flowstorm, CLJ, Sync Profiler, Clerk Portal, and others. And these are building user interfaces, and they're in many cases out of process and standalone, which means they're not integrated and they don't work together. So one of the goals for Easel is to provide a place to build tools that can be integrated and work together. So let's show a simple example of what that can look like. So as you would expect from an IDE in the spirit of Emacs is that you can live edit code. Here we've added this label here at the top. You can make changes. The changes can be evaluated and displayed immediately. And that also applies to your tools. So here we're going to bring a tap watcher in. We're going to tap the top level view and all of the subviews. So you can now inspect and view that whole mess of data here. And since these tools are all in process, we can just drag the value from our tap watcher to this other tool, which is like an instant REPL. So this will evaluate forms and update the results as you type. And what we have here is a simple viewer, so we can see all the views and subviews and we can scrub through them interactively. So far, most of the work on Easel has been working on boring features like text editors and terminal emulators, really just table stakes for a development environment. But there's a lot of really cool features in the works that are not quite ready yet that I hope to demonstrate soon. So if you thought this was interesting, please pay tribute to the YouTube algorithm, and thanks for watching.